Okay. Hello people, this is cazpook from CazandBubba YouTube channel. Right now we are in a CODPAST. It's basically...
It's not to be confused with Call of Duty's past, because we're not going to be talking about that in a...
in this show.
Praise-ish way, I gotta say, but...
Yeah.
What is CODPAST, you might ask?
It is a podcast, but it's called a CODPAST.
We could have just put this in the description, but we know people are too lazy to read the description, so we're saving you a lot of time. Okay, so this is a gaming podcast, and from now on we're calling it a CODPAST.
Basically.
So, Dayon.
Yep.
What's new?
What?
I don't know what to think.
I don't know what's new either. Okay, so this is a new show we're gonna be doing on both of our channels, where it's just gonna be me and BACHESAG talking about stuff, upcoming games, and news about games. So I heard Total War Warhammer is gonna be coming out soon. Well, not soon, but like it's upcoming. The developers are working on it. It seems kind of cool, kind of like medieval legend style stuffs. But
I mean, I'm not a big fan of Total War in the first place, mainly because I'm not into RTSs in the first place. But
yeah. Wait, what does RTS stand for?
Warhammer is something.
What does
I
RTS
don't know.
stand for? You have to explain to the audience.
What?
It's a turn-based game. No, you have to explain what the gaming turns on.
RTS is just real-time strategy, and that's the genre.
You have to explain to the viewers because they might not know.
I've never played it.
Silly
You
viewers. Okay, I've actually been playing Total War. Total War Rome 2 could have a little more of updates, just to fix the glitches that happen, like how the AI takes way too long to attack and stuff. So yeah, you might be wondering why I am wearing my sweatshirt backwards, but this is my Halloween costume. Just backwards sweatshirt man. And I hope you guys had a happy Halloween if I upload this after Halloween, or I hope you...
Which I will be.
Yep, I probably will be too, or I might actually upload it on Halloween. So I hope you guys had lots of candy and STUFS. Yeah.
Because everyone's going to be a chunky chunk today.
Chunky McChunker chunk.
Okay, so the first thing we're going to be talking about, again,
should we also do news about our channels? Because
this
is like the first video. We're still figuring stuff out, you know.
We're still figuring out how we're doing this, because for one thing, I'm not resorting to a script. Because
neither of us are. I didn't even do my research on anything, so I'm going on the fly here.
Plainly talking about things. So where we'll read Total War Warhammer. I also don't know much about Warhammer in the first place, so what I really need to know is that if this is like a case like it's a beginner's entry into Total War. I mean,
it really
not into Total War, to Warhammer. But nothing of it is released. But
yeah, there are going to be dwarf clans and all this cool stuff. So League of Legends is in a bad state right now. The developers really need to fix the juggernauts. Really OP people. Like 5 characters who cannot be beaten at all.
Okay, so I don't play League and you just segmented without caring. Dude, seriously.
I interrupted you. Ha. Ha. Okay.
I thought we were going to make this fair and not be like other times when you recorded with multiple people.
Yeah, I know. Okay. I just wanted to put that out there. Just saying.
Yeah. So, another thing we should talk about, because I feel like talking about this Minecraft story mode and your thoughts, because I know Neb the Pleb has already bought it.
Yep, or he's going to. So, Minecraft story mode... He bought it. Oh, he did? Nice.
Yeah.
So, just for all you ladies and gents out there who don't know about Telltale Games or Minecraft story mode,
let me give a quick rundown.
Yeah, you give a quick rundown about Telltale Games.
Telltale Games is a company that is mostly known for cinematic video games. What essentially means is you're watching a movie and you're pressing a button every 5 seconds to do something.
Yep, it's every action you do in the video game depicts what your ending is going to be like or what happens in the future.
So, cinematic, interactive novel, you could say that, but, I'm not a big fan of Telltale Games, and there are 2 reasons why. One, like, there's no point to them, because let's be honest, would you like to keep pressing a button just to do one thing?
Well, honestly,
I mean, we all hate QuickTime events. Like, what do you think of QuickTime events, Node?
Well, actually, I think, Telltale Games are interesting, because I usually like to find multiple endings to things. So as my goal as a Telltale gamer would be to find not every, but a lot of different endings to the game, see what happens, stuff like that.
Yeah, but in that case, but I play video games to like have fun. I would probably watch a movie. But on the topic of multiple endings, because I haven't played a Telltale game, if someone watches this, like that isn't one of our friends, please comment on how the multiple endings work. Because if it's anything like Cave's story, which I will touch upon later, where the multiple endings are the stupidest thing in existence, and you will never find the true ending without looking it up or not using common sense. Trust me, I'll get into that. But I just want to know if the endings are like that. But the other reason why I don't like Telltale games is they're expensive. And
Yeah.
anyone that will know or is a fan of them will know what I mean. I mean episodic releases. I hate episodic releases.
And with episodic releases, you have to wait until the developers finish the episode. If you're a hardcore gamer and you play a lot, then you're going to be waiting a long time. So it's good to play Telltale games methodically.
Yeah, the thing is that the reason why I don't like them, because like you'll be spending more money on like the episodes. You'll be spending more than $60, the average amount a normal AAA game gets. But like in the case, like the reason why I don't like episodic releases is in the case of Sonic 4, considering I'm a big Sonic fan, and any Sonic fan watching this will know what I mean. Sonic 4 is an episodic release, and it took like 1.5 years to make episode 2. So, who knows when episode 3 is going to come out, especially since Sonic 4 was not considered very well, was not praised very well. It wasn't critically reviewed very well. But I haven't played it. I've just played Sonic 2 out of all the classic games, so I can't give my opinion.
Yeah. Well, with the Telltale games, you don't really have to pay for each episode, actually. You only just pay for the whole
pass.
game, and yeah.
Yeah, but that's like $60, and like I feel that's a really cheap way of saying, like, for people that don't want to wait. No, but like for people that don't want to spend more money. But the thing is that you're still waiting, so it feels bad.
Yeah. Oh, and the Halloween sale is here. I hope you guys got some good deals on Steam. I certainly didn't. I didn't get anything. So
I didn't have money at the time. Like,
yeah.
Both of us are broke. Can we say, like, we have money?
Our parents
we just
aren't
don't
broke.
spend it.
Our families aren't broke. Just we're broke.
No, like we can't spend the money. Is what I mean.
Yeah.
But again, like another thing about like Telltale games, I just want to bring up how I feel about story mode, Minecraft story mode. I feel that's how survival should have been when they added the Ender Dragon, because to be honest, I can't be the only one who hates what they did to Minecraft. Like, this is, damn, this is just like a segue to what we're doing.
What? A segue? Yes?
No, we're gonna, like, talk about Minecraft next.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, so, reason why I don't really like survival mode in Minecraft, like I don't like it in general, is because of what they add to survival mode. Minecraft isn't a game that should end, but like I know that people say like the Ender Dragon isn't the end all be all, but after you kill the Ender Dragon, there's credits.
Yeah.
Yeah, that kind of is a buzzkill, but like, and in my opinion, Minecraft is a game that really got eventually worse content after
updates, numerous updates.
Like,
but hopefully the new updates of 1.9
Nope, 9 is not good from what I've heard.
It isn't?
Like, from what I've seen, from what my friend told me, oh. Like, the only cool thing I think they added was End Cities, which I was hyped about only because they were actually making a single-player experience for survival mode, but I'll touch up upon this later. It really shouldn't be in survival mode anyway.
Yeah, I think survival mode's nice because it's more like, it's like a sandbox game where you gather your own resources and you can actually die while doing so, and you can fight.
It makes it interesting.
Fight players. Makes it interesting. Exactly.
I understand what you mean, but like it makes it interesting, but it shouldn't have an end. It shouldn't have a be-all, end-all. And for people who say, oh, there's more stuff to do after that, that's optional stuff. You don't have to do it.
Well, realistically, Minecraft, I think of the Ender Dragon as a waypoint. I don't really like to end off Minecraft there.
I
like
see
to
what
keep
you
playing
mean.
After you beat the Ender Dragon stuff. Yeah.
Like, I do that. It's just the thing is that again, there's a credit sequence, which essentially just means Mojang was like, "Yeah, you beat the game. We didn't care."
Yeah.
It's really a big. It's kind of a stupid move, on my opinion. But like, I'll give you a quick rundown of like Minecraft 1.9, what they added. Shields, a way to revive the Ender Dragon, end cities.
I think the ways to revive the Ender Dragon will be good, because then you can kill it again and again.
Yeah, for like, but the thing is it isn't like Terraria, which I'm gonna get into later. That it's like, there's actually a point to getting the boss loot, because the Ender Dragon doesn't have boss loot.
Yeah, good point.
It's simply just there.
Well, there is tons of XP you can get.
Yeah, but my issue, and I'll just like, I'm gonna start up on Terraria with this. Like, here's the difference. Like, Minecraft has pretend RPG elements. It thinks it's a role-playing game, but it's not. It's like trying to be one, but like on Terraria, like Terraria is an RPG. It knows what it's doing. It wants to make a single-player experience. It has optional stuff, but there is a definitive end game, and that's how the developers wanted it to be. So, that is... And I think Terraria as a whole does the update system better, because what Minecraft's update system is, pointless stuff and infrequent updates. Like, once you agree, Dan, like, it's all just like a bunch of stuff that you won't care about.
And mostly bug fixes. They should, if they're gonna have the updates this unfrequent or non-frequent,
like sporadic. They have their updates super sporadic, and like they barely have content. I'd really prefer it, and like I'd really prefer if they do it to Terraria way, where like Terraria is a big game. Like, they don't do the updates. They like take a year for the updates to happen, but instead they give you so much content that
makes
you
up for all that
play
time.
The game.
Yeah.
It makes up, and that's what Minecraft doesn't do, which is unfortunate.
And I understand that Mojang and all the Minecraft
they have
creators,
other games.
They have other games too, but still, Minecraft.
Still, like, it's your most popular product. Do you hear anyone talking about Scrolls or Cobalt? Like, I played Scrolls, it's fun, but...
I've never tried Scrolls or Cobalt. I'm not sure if I've even heard of Scrolls.
I've never tried Cobalt, but it looks fun, but no one cares about those games so far right now. Like, they're all early access as far as I'm concerned. Like, I played the beta of Scrolls. It was an okay game, just like, they did a lot of things later that I didn't like, and that kind of ruined my experience.
I'm going to be doing Dungeon Defenders 2 on my channel soon, but I heard it's... What?
Let me just touch up on what I explained, like, why I say he's not going to do it, is because the game has this one big issue if you're doing it on YouTube, and this is just for anyone who is going to do it on YouTube. Everyone, like, from the normal boots and hidden blocks people, which are popular, they have like 1 million subscribers, they're all doing it. So which means you really can't do it because people will go to their content.
But still, it'll be a fun game.
It's a fun game. I agree.
If there are any games you want us to play or see us play or talk about, then just put it in the comments below. If you have any questions about anything we talked about, put it in the comments below. All the comments.
Or discuss your opinion, but this isn't the end of the CODPAST.
Yeah, not the end.
Not the end of it. Sorry for the pacing. We have no idea what we're doing, clearly.
We just kind of said, hey, let's do a CODPAST. Woo, CODPAST.
Like, this was my idea because I really liked, like, the main inspiration for my for this, like, podcast, CODPAST, was the Pizza Party podcast, but that doesn't have anything to do with video games, so we have at least something that we're different for. Yeah. But so let's get on to like our next topic, which is and I really want to talk about this replayability in like newer games. Like,
what do you mean?
How much replay value is there?
Oh, playing the game again and again.
Yeah. Like if so Dan, you want to go first on this?
I don't really know anything about it, but a lot of games, I don't know.
Like, I'll start explaining, but, well, so, like, when I think of, like, a replay game, like, a game I'd replay, like, the one game I'd think, like, like modern games nowadays, I don't feel they have much of the replay value, and this is coming from a guy who's beaten and played and enjoyed Sonic 2 over like 10 times.
Yeah.
So like I kind of feel like they lose that like stuff. Like if you like a game, you're probably gonna replay it, but the thing is that you're not gonna replay it after like the next day. Because like I've heard my friend, he says he's like really likes Last of Us, like
Yeah.
The Last of Us.
I've
The
heard
thing
it's
is,
a really good game. I've wanted it for a while.
he replayed the game, but it was like after a month, like a few months, which kind of makes me think that unless like there's actual like multiplayer or replay value in the game, like they made it like that, like it's a multiplayer game, like no one is going to play. Like replay value is like pointless nowadays.
Yeah.
Which kind of upsets me because there's some people who, you know, they don't have money.
Yeah. And then they have to rely on this one game.
They have to rely on one game, which is why I think in some cases retro gaming is a bit better. But I think we'll touch up on our facts on those.
Yeah. So right now, let's switch the topic a bit to big companies just making pointless what's it called, series, or sequels, just to make a bit of money off of the original game. Let's talk about Pokemon.
God. Pokemon is the worst offender. Like, don't get me wrong, I've loved Pokemon, even though I
love
played
Pokemon.
Okay, let me just explain myself. My experience is I played the worst generation ever, and I know I'm gonna offend someone by this, but Generation 1. Generation 1 is the worst generation ever.
Really? Generation 1? As in Fire Red and...
Not Fire Red, not the remakes. The originals. Because
Like
there's so many balancing issues. Like, when I say bad, I don't mean, like, Sonic 06 bad or E.T. bad. I just mean they're not good compared to the rest of the series. And I'll explain briefly why, because Dayon over here doesn't know. Like, the balancing of the game is completely broken. Like, to give you an example, Psychic types, the way the Gen 1 system works is, your special stats are not two. They're like, for Pokemon fans, like most people will know that like there are two special stats, special attack and special defense. So they didn't have special attack and special defense. They just had special. So you would see like psychic types having enormously high like specials, and they're like the most overpowered type in the game. So like you break the game with psychic types. And plus, like, I'll be honest, like all of the Pokemon designs, like, most of them are horrible. Like, Diglett, Duck Trio, like, we all know what it looks like.
Yeah.
I even made fun of that when I was like, playing through it. I said, I named my Diglett, look, it's a dick. And then I was just referencing the fact that that's what it looked like. And then I named Doug Trio Triple Dicks.
Oh my god.
I just had to because like you look at it and you're just like,
nope, that's a dick. Okay.
Really? Okay, now move on to other things because we might get parents pissed at us. Like,
no. But we still didn't talk about the remakes. Like, not the remakes, but the sequels, as in X and Y, Black and White, Black and White 2.
Okay, that's the worst offender of anything.
Those games really, the Pokemon games really should have ended near the Gems area. Because, like, now, the Gems generation. Pokemon Emerald, Pokemon Red Ruby, or Ruby, Pokemon
you
Sapphire.
You mean Generation 3?
Yes.
Like, I understand
Platinum, Diamond, Pearl. But still, Nintendo, at this point, games are just taking advantage of kids being excited for a sequel of a game.
No, I think they're continually
taking
advantage on Pokemon fans.
They are taking advantage of people.
Okay, let me just explain like both of our opinions. There's nothing wrong with the new Pokemon games.
It's not a bad game, just still. The Pokemon models are supposed to be simple and like kind of kid friendly, I guess. And now they're making this.
No, it's an in-depth RPG. RPGs should be in-depth, even no matter at what age.
But still, like, think about how Pokemon is turning it to look like Yu-Gi-Oh! How there's the, like, fusion of Reshiram and Kyurem, or, like...
Actually, no, that was just this one stupid gimmick they came up with, in my opinion.
And then the, like, Primal Groudon, or primal.
I don't know what that's about. Like, Mega Evolutions, I'm like, they're cool,
They're
but
cool,
from what I've heard, they're the most overpowered thing, and they're not fair.
It just makes people want to catch those Pokemon specifically, not like...
I think we don't need 2 versions of both Charizard and Mewtwo, the most popular Pokemon ever that don't deserve it.
Exactly. Like now people... Back when there weren't Mega Evolutions or anything like that, people would actually try and evolve Pokemon they caught early on in the game. Like, they try and rank up their Butterfree, which I doubt has a Mega Evolution. They try and rank up their...
Beedrill should have had a Mega Evolution.
The Caterpillar Pokemon should have had a Mega Evolution. Butterfree
you have to... I don't know if they fixed this with Alpha Sapphire and Omega Ruby. I'm sorry if I messed those up. I'm not a huge Pokemon fan, but...
Whatever.
Anyway. So, I know, but, there's also another thing that I remember people, I got mad at, what was it? Oh, I'm sorry, I'm having, I can't think of it. Dang it. What was it? Okay, Dan, continue on with your point. I can't remember.
Whatever. New point, I guess. New stuff coming out on Steam. So there are new games, new popular releases. I'm checking out the page right now. There's a DLC for Binding of Isaac.
God,
the Binding of Isaac Afterbirth. So apparently...
Rebirth Afterbirth.
No, it's just Afterbirth, not Rebirth.
Oh, no, that's what the DLC is called, but the game's called Binding of Isaac Rebirth.
So, it's the roguelike of the year. The Binding of Isaac Rebirth. Following Isaac one more time on his journey, players will find bizarre treasures that change Isaac's form, giving him superhuman abilities and enabling him to fight better, I'm guessing. I didn't read that far.
Okay, so let me just give a bit of clarification of what Binding of Isaac is, because as a person who loves the roguelike genre and has played a lot of them, not just roguelites, there are 2 types of roguelikes that I'd like to mention. There's roguelites, or as I like to call them, action roguelikes, which are the same concept, just with more action, because normal roguelikes are turn-based games, all that sort of jazz. And so roguelikes are randomly procedurally generated, mainly through RNG, random number generator.
So kind of not Dungeon Defenders 2, sorry, Dungeons and Dragons, something like that. And
something like that. It's in a role-playing universe, yeah. But then here's the catch. They're extremely hard, and I can testify that. Seriously, but
really hard,
yeah,
damn hard, or
yes,
okay.
It's almost, if you want to not feel like you're abused, a lot of roguelikes, in my opinion, a lot of roguelikes will require you to use a wiki, which is bad design, in my opinion, unless it's
yeah.
God, going back to Terraria right now, he had a guide, and the guide told you crafting and stuff. That's a great way to not make you go to something like a wiki.
Yeah.
But you can still use it anyway to find out item drops.
I think Minecraft should add a tutorial somehow, just somewhere.
The Xbox 360's version did all the console versions, which I find stupid, because why?
I think there should be a tutorial in Minecraft, at least how to craft or something.
No, a guide, sort of.
A guide like in Terraria.
Yeah, okay, so continuing on, Binding of Isaac is a roguelike. No, duh, we just explained that. But the thing is that it's a very, it's a cool game. I would review it if I could, but I don't have the game, which is bad for me since I want it. But so it's a game that makes fun of biblical stories. So if you're religious or squeamish, don't play the game, because you might get offended.
Or if you want to just play the game and I don't know, I'm just doing.
Just enjoy it. Go right ahead. It's fun. Just make sure you aren't a person that gets super mad at games
or offended easily because of religion or race or anything.
Oh, and we'll never really talk about real life topics, because
we might,
because I don't want to get involved in a huge storm.
Yeah.
Oh, and just to clarify, we're never talking about Anita Sarkeesian.
What is that?
You don't want to know what happens, and I probably just unearthed a big storm on our comment section, but yeah.
Whatever.
Might have to put that up.
Okay,
But
so
yeah,
on Steam, there is going to be a Steam controller coming out, I guess.
which is followed by a Steam machines, and
Yep.
yeah, we'll give our opinions on that right now.
The Steam
They are
controller is an innovative input device that allows you to play games from all genres, including traditional gamepad-style games as well as games usually reserved for play with a mouse and keyboard. The controllers are wireless and completely configurable.
okay. Let me explain what I have the
It's about
problem
fifty
with
dollars.
this.
It's about $50.
Let me explain why I have a problem with this. One, you could have just bought an Xbox 360 controller
and
or
plug
like
it in for like $10.
yeah, it doesn't cost that much. Second of all, why in like when they say for games that you normally use the keyboard and mouse, what they mean is first-person shooters, and I don't like that because one, like an analog stick, like there are two things to consider when playing an FPS. Like if you're playing it on a console, you have a very limited range of motion on like your joystick, but a mouse has a very big range of motion.
And you can
So
actually
what you're doing is kind of removing your control.
yeah.
And while this might be fine for certain games, most of those games are designed with consoles in mind.
Yep.
But like games like CS:GO, oh god, like that game was released on PS3 and no one cared.
Okay, so
yeah.
apparently, yeah, and I like mouse and keyboard too, because mouse you can swivel really fast. Like you can move your mouse like your mouse
And you
thing
can be
around
accurate,
your
let's
cursor
be
around
honest.
really fast. You can be accurate and very minuscule with your movements, unlike the controller.
But let me explain like why I do think it's a good idea they made the controller. Like there are people that like they're not like piano players. I'm gonna quote some I'll put the who I quoted in the description. Like they're not piano players. Like they probably like a controller. It's hard for them to get used to
Yeah.
so it's a good option, but just not for certain games. It's completely bad for FPS
And
games.
for $50 too. 50
Oh, and the
flippin'
Steam
dollars.
Steam machines. Oh god. Like I
Steam
don't know
Link,
if they
Steam
changed this.
machines, Alienware. Alienware is the
Alienware,
thing.
but let me explain what they are. It's worse, trust me. So I don't know if they changed this. Hopefully they did. But what they essentially did was turn consoles into PCs.
Steam machines.
Like, you know how PC is like customizable and like really high tech and indefinite. Like you need to know a lot to get the best gaming PC. Like,
And
you know what I mean?
Alienware,
No.
Alienware
But let me
computers
continue
aren't
my
that
point, Dan.
Okay.
Like, let me continue what I'm saying. So, like, you know how like you have to customize your PC to make it like run all the high tech games.
good. Yeah.
Well,
like-
essentially, think of that, except you're doing it on a console, which is like the opposite of a console.
Yeah, with a console, it's supposed to be built in to run every single game that it can.
Yeah, that's like the point of it. Unless you're like Naughty Dog, where they hacked the PS1. I heard this, but don't trust me on this. Where they hacked the PS1 to make Crash Bandicoot's graphics.
Really good.
Yeah, they did. Like they
God.
made it really good, and it looks great. But yeah, like so you don't need to do this. Like I think that's the only time in history that's ever happened in gaming culture. But you don't need to make them
And,
personal computers.
I'm on the page right now, or a page, with all these like Steam machines, Steam Links, Steam controllers, all this stuff. It says, the Alienware Steam machine combines the awesome experience of console gaming with a massive library of over 1,000 games, all in full 1080p HD on your TV. You'll experience powerful and immersive gaming with a high-performance NVIDIA GeForce GTX GPU, 2GB GDDR5 graphics, and Intel Core processors. The longest thing ever.
Dan, you're kind of stuttering on this.
I know, because it's really long.
Yeah, no, I mean like your Skype.
Oh, I am? Oh, sorry.
Yeah,
Should I repeat it? Do you want me to repeat it?
No, it's hearable, just
Okay.
like, you know.
It's just kind of weird.
Yeah, but let me like I was saying, like, but the thing is that what you need is a Steam controller,
For the
which
Steam.
costs $50.
And I can bet you that this Steam machine is either going to require or recommend, or very much recommend the Steam controller to be plugged into
And
it.
by very recommend, he means mandatory unless
Almost
you feel
mandatory.
like
Almost mandatory. Unless you feel like
I
getting
think
that
they're gonna
tad bit
just-
of less gameplay or less good gameplay.
Actually, to be honest, what I think they're gonna do is force you to do the Steam controller because they probably are gonna be like, oh, they don't need like console.
Money.
They don't need mouse and keyboard. They can't just plug it in like a PS3 or whatever.
Yeah.
And they just derped it.
And it's starting at $450.
Are you serious?
No,
The
it
Wii
says-
U didn't even.
It says starting at $449.
Oh,
Well, like $100, $449.
are you?
I'm visiting.
Why?
I don't even
The
know.
Wii U was less expensive at launch, and that thing was a Virtual Boy.
I know.
But that brings us into a next topic. What do you think of the Wii U so far? Like now that it's gotten some revenue and drive in its sales.
Yeah. It
Because
is. It has. Nintendo's
Yeah,
coming
it's
back.
gotten a huge boost to
Great.
library and
That's good. Cause
yeah,
like,
it's really good because we're Nintendo fans. Like I'm getting into like Sega consoles, like Sega Genesis, because I'm an old school gamer. But you know, I have a Nintendo Entertainment System, and I got a Wii. And even though I'm more of a Sony loyalist, because like it has my favorite game of all time, Crash Bandicoot 3 on it. I still think Nintendo is one of the like best, console manufacturers and game makers because. Let's be honest, consistently good games with track records, even if they are a bit repetitive in terms of Mario. But yeah, they have had consistently good games, and like at the beginning of the Wii U's launch, like it was barely selling more than the Wii,
yeah.
which, you know, it looked like they were gonna die out, but fortunately they did. And
Fortunately,
the
they
two
didn't.
major reasons, and these are the two major reasons, I believe, Mario Kart and Smash Bros, because the competitive Smash community and the Smash community in general, they will go crazy for this.
I know.
Like Smash 4. Smash 4 already has like a tournament scene.
Really? Oh my god.
It's not as good. It's not as like in depth as competitive Melee, which oh god, like if you've seen that.
I think the Mario Maker or whatever it's called, the Mario Creation.
Mario Maker, Super
yeah,
Mario Maker.
I'm pretty sure that's also given it a big boost. I've heard
It's given it a
pretty
big
good.
boost, but Splatoon is like something else.
I
Like,
know.
Oh, I'm not saying it's a bad game. I love Splatoon.
Like, holy crap, that helped Nintendo a lot.
yeah.
Good job, Nintendo. High five.
Like the only issue with Splatoon is that the way they release their content is stupid. What they
Really?
did was essentially release a half game.
Oh.
Like they did complete their game at launch, but free content forever.
Oh, nice.
Which is amazing because most companies would just be like, give us your money
Give us your money now.
with DLC.
Yeah.
But, the games that I actually want a Wii U for, because from my personal experience, I've always never really wanted a Wii U for, like, any of, like, Smash or Mario Kart or Splatoon, because I have a friend, like, just next door who owns a Wii U. I just freeload off him and be like, I just use his. But there are two games in particular that I wanted for myself. One's recent, the other one's,
kind of
not
old.
recent.
Okay. What are the
Okay,
games?
so it's Kirby and the Rainbow Curse, which it looked amazing.
Is it recent
I-
or is that the old one?
It's an older one, but and then there's Yoshi's Woolly World. I don't have to explain myself on that.
That
It
sounds
looks amazing.
pretty cool.
Like it's really cool, but the commercial is like about as good as the '90s Super Mario World commercial. Like this is the Super Mario World commercial. It's a bit more realistic, a bit more Mario. Like it's Super Mario World. Like all
What?
these really stupid things. The new one it goes like this. It goes like, bam Yoshi, ride Yoshi, double tap a amiibo into your Wii U, Woshi.
What?
So dumb, and I don't get it. At least it gives you like a good laugh instead of just being like, oh, commercials.
Yeah. Like, instead of those commercials that are like, it's a commercial. Oh, the kind of those commercials.
Yeah, I understand what you mean.
Oh, and what's really interesting is Unturned. Unturned is really interesting because it's a free game and you can make money off of it. money.
No, there's better games to make money off.
But still, it's a free, fun game.
Okay, so I need to explain myself. Steam Market and why I don't like it. Like, I hate the Steam Market so much.
Yeah.
It's bad.
They take 2 cents off of everything you sell.
No, not even that. Because the 2 most profitable games so far, like right now, are games that you have to pay money for to get items that actually mean something.
Yeah.
So, like, for my example, like, CSGO, the worst occasion. You can make $1,000 on this game. But you're probably gonna spend $100 opening cases and getting keys.
Oh my god.
Because of the game's stupid design. Like, I don't understand Valve. You're the same people who made Half-Life 2. Do you really need the money?
No.
You have Steam. You profit off of making other people's games.
I know.
Take a break.
Lay off them. Should we end it here, dude? Do you think? I don't know.
No. Yeah, sure. I think it's a good one. So,
Okay.
this is CODPAST.
This has been CODPAST.
Has been CODPAST, but see you guys.
And I hope to see you guys in the next video next time. Bye-bye. Just hands.